What's up, everybody? It is your favorite wrestling podcast on Color Circuit because it's the only wrestling podcast on Color Circuit. Sit down and pile drive. I'm your host, Connor.
I'm Connor.
And if you saw the Facebook promo or if you've been on Twitter for the last 10 minutes, because that's when it just got announced,
right?
Roman Reigns has just announced on Monday Night Raw that he has been he's been living with leukemia for the past 11 years.
He's been in remission since 2008. And
it just came back.
Man.
So he has vacated the Universal title. He is taking a leave of absence.
Yep.
Roman Reigns has been the guy for the last 4 years in the company's mind, at the very least. He's main evented the last 4 WrestleManias, and now we don't know when he's gonna come back,
or even if he will.
If he comes back, this could be the end of Roman Reigns' career.
Yeah. This isn't like funny, boo, Roman kind of thing.
You know, we've been critical of Roman Reigns.
Yeah, it's more critical of the character.
Yeah, the character
than the person. I never want to see anybody like go through like real hardships like that.
WWE has released an official statement. I got it right here. I got it pulled up. I'll give it a read. Hold up. Oh my God, ads! Not now. Have some decency, for fuck's sake. Roman Reigns fights against leukemia. Tonight on Monday Night Raw, Roman Reigns, also known as Joe Anoa'i, announced that he is relinquishing the WWE Universal Championship and taking a leave of absence from WWE as he once again fights leukemia, which had been in remission since late 2008. Reigns is taking his battle with leukemia public in an effort to raise awareness and funds for research in order to advance cures for the disease.
This is some serious shit.
This is, I mean, this changes the landscape of at least Monday Night Raw, probably the WWE. Because Vince's entire mission since 2013 has been to get Roman Reigns to be their guy.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, well,
who's
next?
I'm a little like, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say in this moment because
we were literally
getting ready for the show, and then it broke, and it's like one of those things where you're just like, I don't know how to react to this because like all my thoughts and prayers go to him, you know, and all that stuff, you know, but it's one of those things where it's just like it came out of nowhere, and it literally is like, it's so awful to hear about anybody going through anything like hard like this.
Oh yeah,
you know, especially someone who's essentially his entire life's in front of him, and he was on his way to becoming one of the best of all time if done right. You know, well, you know, some people didn't like him, some people did. You know, it's one of those things where you just don't want to. You know, I don't like to see people like going through these hard things because it's awful.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So like honestly, like, if you want to talk, that's fine, but I like don't know what to say.
I mean, obviously, yeah, our thoughts go out to Roman Reigns and his family as he battles through this. I mean, it kind of makes you wonder who's going to be winning Crown Jewel. I mean, is Braun ready? Is Braun ready for that title?
He was ready like a year ago.
I know, but then
I'm just like, for me, it's like I don't even care. Like, because like this is gonna sound like super shitty because we talk about wrestling.
I got you.
For 2 hours every week, but like, I don't care. I'm more worried about this human being going through some like this real shit. So like me trying to say like, oh, he's gonna win the title now. Like, I don't like that. Doesn't matter. This is like legit shit. This isn't.
No, yeah,
this isn't fake wrestling.
I get what you're saying.
You know, and it's awful to say, but like all my best wishes go out to Roman. Like, for real. Like, we talk about like giving him shit and things like that, and his booking wasn't great. He's not over and things like that. But like, there's a difference between the character Roman Reigns and the person.
No, I feel that. I understand. No, I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah, so.
But we can't sit here feeling sorry for ourselves.
Right. That's true. That's true. I understand.
I don't know where we go from here. I don't know where Monday Night Raw goes from here.
Right.
Obviously, it makes sense to just put the title on Braun. Hey, Janae, is there a way we can send out like a big notification that we're live? Just all over, because usually I'll get like a notification on my phone when we're live. I not really. Can you message Dylan real quick? Thank you. Yeah, let's get back on. So it makes sense to put the title on Braun.
Right.
Obviously, it'll probably just end up being Braun versus Brock.
Right. Maybe they can be a little fucky and throw Seth and Dean in.
Yeah, I mean
That's
they don't really
kinda
have something. They don't really have anything planned for Met Crown Jewel. I think
they're not in the World Cup or anything like that.
Make it.
So.
Yeah, I mean it kind of makes their plans for this Dean Ambrose heel turn. Like, does this still happen?
I think it does, but they got to give it some time now because you can't just. I don't know. It's one of those things. Is like how they approach it. Do they approach it as this is real and this is a show? Or do they approach it as these are people are legit, like they're one and the same? And that's like the thing that like a lot of people fight on both sides with wrestling, especially WWE, is like, are they characters or are they like not characters, you know? So if they do it, like if they can separate the reality of Roman Reigns and Joe, it's like one of those. Then they can go forward with this plan of like Dean Ambrose turning heel is if what I'm assuming they're going with. But who knows? Like that's all. Like things are shooken up like entirely because I was planning Roman having that title all the way till WrestleMania at the least.
This is, I mean, it's not as like dark, but this is on the level of like an Eddie Guerrero passing away, Chris Benoit incident, kind
Owen Hart,
where it just kind of floors you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure.
I know we're talking to like he's dead, but he's not dead.
He's not.
I'm sure he'll get through it. He'll come back. On the only bright, like, I hate to say it this way, but like the only bright side is like when he does get through this and he does come out on top, in his own words, kick leukemia's ass. He's gonna come back as like the biggest baby face ever.
They ended the segment with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins coming out to hug him and say goodbye to him. Dean Ambrose has not turned heel for a while. Yeah,
I think that's been nicked.
It would be in bad taste.
I think a month.
Give it a month.
Give it a month.
2 months.
I don't even think they were planning on it happening in a month anyway. So
yeah, you might be right on that.
Yeah, so I can see put it off for a while, and then I don't know, shuffle the board. Maybe do some change-ups, get some people from SmackDown.
I mean, not to be dark about it, but this is a good opportunity for the Finn Balor's of Monday Night Raw, the Bobby Roodes, people who have been put in positions because Roman Reigns is the guy.
Yeah,
this is a good opportunity for them to show what they got.
He's the main character. Everybody else is supporting cast, and now it's like that 70s show season like 7 where like Eric Foreman goes to Africa.
Right, yeah. No.
Now we're just like, okay, let's bring in all these side characters.
Although the guy they replaced him with sucked.
Dude, that's freaking Seth Meyers' brother.
I know, that doesn't make him good.
All right, fair. But yeah,
John
that's
Belushi
the point.
is Jim Belushi.
Yeah, true. So yeah, like I don't know where else to say because the information's very bleak and information's very thin at the moment because I'm curious to see where they go and see if it might make the show, for lack of a better word, better. Not because he's gone or anything like that. Like more of just like now they have an opening.
They have to think on their feet.
They're gonna have to think on their feet. And WWE has been known to like when they need to be on their feet, they can turn out good stuff. You know, when all the mumps stuff happened last year, they were able to like come together and make some of the best matches.
TLC a
and I remember like
show.
that big chunk of time, like that was the best time for WWE because they were thinking on their feet. You know, so that's all I can really say.
That's all. Yeah, that's all we can really say. Just once again, our thoughts go out to Roman Reigns and his family.
Yeah. Whether you like him or you hate him.
Yeah,
he's a human being.
We're not monsters.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, Connor! What's up?
Hey, what'd you watch this week?
I at least watched. I watched the first episode of WWE NXT UK.
Cool.
I liked it. It was really good. Thought it was really good. The Mastiff brothers. No, Mastiff is great.
Mastiff
the
is great.
The Coffee brothers. They're really good.
By the way, sounds like a sweet like donut shop.
Agreed.
Like the Coffee brothers. Get your donuts
I think
and
it's
coffee.
funny that they're gonna tag team Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews.
Yeah, they're Team Attack.
I just think it's funny because their music, they're two different. They're two wildly different genres of music.
Well, they're both from Wales.
Yeah.
They're like friends like that way. Okay. I don't know how much you know about Progress and the UK indie scene. I don't know.
You know, when I had that thought, I said, you know what? I'm going to say this on the podcast, and then Griff's going to reveal. Fun fact: they actually tag teamed together.
They did. Bro,
I believe.
don't come at me.
I'm not coming at you.
Okay.
We're sensitive right now.
Yeah. They teamed a lot because not a lot. They teamed a decent amount. Mm-hmm. They're both in Promotion Attack Pro Wrestling, and when they went to Progress and teamed up, they called themselves Team Attack. So I don't know if that's gonna stick, but they have a little bit of like a thing. They grew up together because they're all like, I don't know if they grew up together, but they like trained together.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they trained together, but they're like around the same time that Wales kind of with him. Those two are pretty much it. Like, I know he's billed from a town called Malice, but he's actually from Wales.
Yeah. The Toni Storm match was really good against Nina Samuels.
Yeah, I never heard of Nina Samuels. I've heard her name before, but I never actually seen any of her matches.
Yeah.
She reminds me of someone, and I can't put my finger on it. And so maybe you can made me think of it. But she reminded me of someone exactly, and I was like, oh, I don't know who that is. But
hey, Janae, can you like highlight the link to the video and like send it to me on Facebook? Thank you. And then I thought the main event was really, really good.
Yeah.
Dave Mastiff is cool. He fucking murdered that kid.
Yeah, dude. Dave Mastiff is cool. I'm the greatest heavyweight in the world.
I thought, and then I also watched NXT, which I want to get into because it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Talk about it, man. We'll talk about it.
It might be my favorite episode of NXT so far.
Damn, that's high praise.
That is hyper. Oh my! So it opened up with War Raiders versus Undisputed Era, and I love Undisputed Era very much. They're great.
Yeah.
And it was a really good match. Mm-hmm. I'm still I like War Machine. I like them. Yeah. War Raiders, as they're now called.
It just sounds vernacularly wrong because
I've
said War Machine for so long.
Obviously, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly are two of the best wrestlers in the business today. It was a really good match. I think it was a good introduction to War Raiders.
Yeah.
Like look at what they can do on like a main event.
These guys are legit.
Yeah.
Like if you've never seen them in Japan or in Ring of Honor, you like have no idea.
I like Hanson. I know why you don't like Hanson.
Yeah, I don't like Hanson that much. I like him as a tag team, but him by himself, because I saw a ton of matches of him by himself for a while. Mm-hmm. Like when I went to Vegas to go see the Ring of Honor show, he did a couple of singles matches, and I was just like, all you are is just a big man doing lucha. Like that gets old if you do it too much. I always like it when they kind of downplay how athletic they are.
It was cool seeing Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch again.
1, 2.
They're a great tag team. And
dude, okay, answer this question for me. Did you pick up on them getting a team name?
1 and 2?
Yeah, that's not 1 and 2 though.
Oh, what is it?
And I don't know if it was like just a coincidence that Nigel McGuinness said this, but I was like, oh, that's their name. That has to be their tag name. He said these two, one from the United Kingdom, one from the United States, you could say they're united. I'm like, what if they just call themselves United?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a cool name. United Kingdom, United States, they're united. Mm-hmm. They're the same person. They're literally, if they touch, the freaking space-time continuum explodes.
That's their tag team name?
Space-time continuum explodes?
No, United.
No, I was saying that United would be a sweet band name, and I don't know if I was just looking, you know what I mean? Like if I was like picking out what I heard, or if that's what they said. That's why I was asking you if you picked that up.
No, I did not.
Because he's like, these two, they're united. He might say like they're united like as a team, but like as a team name, that'd be a cool team name, United.
I have a funny story about him.
Oh.
Because, I mean, I'll be honest. I think Danny Burch is a very attractive man.
Really?
I mean, he's a British guy. He's a rough and tough British guy.
Yeah.
He's got a very good accent, and it sounds good. I'm just like, he's an attractive guy. And I said this to Sarah, and she looks at him like, yeah, they're both very attractive. And I looked at her because like,
yeah, Biff, dude. Biff's the stiff.
He looks like a rodent.
Nah, dude, Biff is awesome.
No, I love beauty.
Yeah, was it
I don't
Only
want to say
Lorcan?
Only Lorcan.
Only Lorcan's a fine name. I'm just so used to Biff.
I'm surprised Tian Bing
Like-
got released.
Oh yeah, that was surprising.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not surprising that he got released. It's just surprised that he got released right after his
Right.
essentially NXT debut.
I'm trying to remember if there were any other matches on the card because I want to. Oh yeah, Britt Baker got destroyed by
yeah!
Shayna Baszler. She got murdered.
What the fuck was that?
I think it's trying to show Shayna Baszler has no mercy.
Well, I was saying like they could have brought out literally anybody. Generic Conti, Vanessa
They do it
Bourne.
to Adam Cole's
They
girlfriend.
do it. No, they do it to the girl who essentially was a part of the biggest women's match outside of WWE.
Well, I think it's because Britt Baker is sympathetic. No one's gonna feel sorry for Tanera Conchi.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's a fair statement.
No one's gonna feel.
But like it seemed very weird. And I know it probably was not their intention, but like for me, I was just like, out of everybody in the world, you choose Britt Baker.
Britt Baker.
One of the 4 women most notorious with All In.
I think she needs to make the dentist gimmick her gimmick.
Oh, it is her.
No,
gimmick.
it's just a jacket. She needs to be a dentist.
Oh, she needs to like come out like.
I
Isaac
want it.
Jacob.
I want it overdone.
You want it overdone?
Yeah,
Nah, dude.
it'd work.
Nah.
And then we went to the main event. Bianca Belair, who is great.
I like her a lot.
Taking on Nikki Cross, who is amazing.
Nikki Cross is
They
great.
had one hell of a match. It was violent. It was aggressive. It was a great story. And then at the end, I metaphorically shit my pants.
Yeah.
Because the lights go off. I know it's Aleister Black.
Yeah.
The guitar goes.
Meow.
I still know it's Aleister Black. And then the lights go up, and I'm like, oh shit!
Yeah.
It's Aleister Black.
What I loved about that whole thing is like, so his entire gimmick to this point on NXT is that he's calm. He's calm, collected, rarely shows emotion.
I want to do the beat by beat.
Yeah,
Because I
go
was
ahead.
mesmerized.
Go ahead.
So, and I talked about this last week on Screen Source, but I'll talk about it here. So, Nikki Cross sees him and she starts mocking him. And first off, Nikki Cross has been doing some of the best character work I've ever seen
Damn right.
out of anybody. Her character is like the fact that the only person who knows who attacked Aleister Black is this psycho.
Yeah.
Is
I
this
love it.
crazy person that nobody really like understands is fucking phenomenal. So she starts pointing at him and laughing, and the crowd's going, "Nikki's got a secret." Nikki's
I love
got...
that chant.
And then he starts beckoning towards her, which is, I'm like, that's creepy. And then the crowd starts shushing themselves, like,
Yeah, because they want to hear.
yeah. And then you can hear him just say, without a mic, "Tell me."
It's
And I'm like,
very
I'm-
fucking
I'm-
Game
I'm-
of Thrones.
I'm on the edge of my seat, and then
Yeah.
she just whispers in his ear, and I know what what she whispered. She whispered, "Gargano."
Did she?
I'm telling you.
I mean, you're probably right, but like, wouldn't it be cool if it was something else completely left
No,
field?
dude. I can,
Like Michael Dante, and
I'm
it's
telling
like
you.
Sumerian Death
I'm
Squad
telling
comes
you
in
right
and
now,
fucking.
there should be a flashback to this moment, to when he goes, "Tell me," and she gets in his ear, where she goes, "Gargano." And it was like I've never. It's rare to see such solid storytelling.
Yeah.
Such cinematic storytelling in fucking wrestling.
I know.
It is my favorite episode of NXT so far. My mind was fucking blown. And then I watched a very great semifinal round of the Mae Young
Yep.
Classic with a very unfortunate match.
Oh yeah, bummer.
But Rhea Ripley became a star.
Yeah, and I think Tegan became a star.
Same,
too.
but Rhea Ripley, like, that was Rhea Ripley coming into her own.
When Tegan, yet again, I'm not gonna say if. I'm gonna start saying when, because
Yeah.
I'm being optimistic. When Tegan Knox comes back, I remember when we first heard the news that she like broke her leg or whatever. I was like, she's done.
Yeah, I remember.
She's gonna get released because she's injury prone. After seeing what I saw, she is going
She's
to be a
tough.
star.
She's tough.
She's gonna be a star.
Mm-hmm.
She's
People
gonna
were crying in the
I know.
So if you don't know, Tegan Knox injured herself at towards the very beginning of her semifinal match against Rhea Ripley,
Mm-hmm.
and the ref called it. The ref just stopped it. There was no like quick finish or anything. The ref she tried to wrestle some more, but she
Yeah.
couldn't do it. And the ref was like, "You're done," and Rhea Ripley was announced the winner.
Yeah, it's sad to see shit like that. And it's so like it's so like, I'm trying to think of a better word to use, but it's like ironic.
Yeah.
Because like throughout the entire thing, I don't know if they went back and reshot some stuff or that was legit how it was. She's like, only an injury will keep me out of this tournament, and then like another knee injury, and then she got it, and it's just like, ooh, it's apropos.
Yeah.
In the worst way.
And it's the good knee.
Yeah, I know.
But
you can always come back. Look at sure. We'll
figure it out. Oh, okay. What happened?
It just stopped streaming.
Oh, okay.
for a second. Cool.
Did you refresh?
Is YouTube down again?
No.
Have you tried refreshing the computer?
This one?
Yeah. There we go.
Jeez, we're back. And I took
yeah.
my hat off.
Secrets out.
Yeah.
Before we get back into the Mae Young Classic, real quick. So, the new main event for Crown Jewel, which should not be happening, is going to be Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman for the Universal title, the vacant
Just
Universal
straight.
title match.
Just
Yeah.
straight. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And right, so other than the very unfortunate incident with Tegan Nox and
Yep.
Rhea Ripley, the rest of the Mae Young Classic was stellar.
Yeah.
Lacey Lane put in a pretty decent performance against
Yeah.
Mako.
Yeah, they were definitely doing the like young buck versus the like.
Oh yeah, where it's
the
like the
legend.
plucky young upstart taking
Yeah.
on the veteran, and the veteran destroyed her.
Yeah, for sure. But it's like heart versus
Yeah.
heart versus technique kind of like idea.
Yeah, I mean,
I liked
I
it.
think she's taking on Tony Storm, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's gonna be a fucking fantastic
Mhm.
match. Lacey, I like Lacey Lane. I'm excited for what she does in NXT here.
Yeah,
on out.
I'm pretty stoked for her. I'm like she can be.
Although Abby Lath got really, really far and put on a bunch of great matches, and
Yeah.
they released her.
I think that I don't know, but it sounds like it might have been more of her decision than
Yeah,
theirs.
like
I don't know.
like a blessing in disguise.
I can call
type of
Abby
thing.
right now and find out.
Dude, nice.
Just
man.
kidding.
Damn.
Yeah, and EO versus Deonna Purrazzo, fantastic. I like the storytelling of like Deanna's trying to take out the arm. There's showmanship at the beginning, like, oh, look at what you can do. I can do this kind of thing. Deonna Purrazzo has everything, man.
I agree, dude.
She is like she's like the Chris Hero of women, because she learns so many different styles and then meshes them so fluidly that they don't feel out of place.
She's very comfortable in the ring.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem to have any like fear.
Right.
You know, there's no like, oh man, I don't want. Like, she just seems like she knows what she's doing. Mm-hmm. So she already has that veteran presence. She has a great built-in gimmick with the virtuosa, the arm bar, the collector of arms gimmick.
Yeah.
Is so great. Like, she can be a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah.
No matter what. She looks fantastic.
Yep. She has it all. Like, I think she's, like I said, she can be a major player in a couple years
I agree.
in this world.
And then the Tony Storm Mia Yim match was great.
Yeah.
Good job on them for because I imagine they probably had to like make some shit up, because the Tegan Nox Rhea Ripley match was probably supposed to go longer than it did,
Yeah.
but it didn't feel that way. Like,
Well, they did film all these in a day, so it might have been one of those things where they just kept it at the normal.
yeah, you
You know,
think?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Well, I mean, like, it went the full hour. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, they probably. Yeah. It didn't feel like rushed or anything.
Yeah,
like
no.
that.
It just.
I get what you're saying.
They're
I thought you were trying to.
Mia
go that-
Yim is shooting up into my list of like great fucking
Oh
wrestlers
yeah, dude.
today.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. In the last year, she's been like giving this like new persona that she's been doing, like on the independents, like in a couple bar wrestling shows I saw. She's been kind of doing this like almost like a badass, but
Yeah.
not like in like a dickish way.
Yeah,
Like,
she's the blazing baddie.
she's a Blasian baddie. I hate that nickname. I really hate that nickname. If she was just the baddie, I'd be more okay with
I
that.
agree, but I like the bandana. It's cool. I like the hat.
Oh yeah,
It's
the
cool.
bandana's cool, dude. number one thing for Connor, if you wear a bandana, you immediately have my attention.
Good to know.
Like
Good to
immediately, you could be shit, and I'll tell you your shit. But if you have a bandana and you come to the ring, I'm like, all right, I'll give you a look.
And Toni Storm is going to be the greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Dude, she's like 23.
She's so good.
She's so good.
She's only going to get better.
Yeah, man.
The
astonishing Toni Storm.
She's gonna fucking kill it.
Yeah.
I think it's.
I'm telling you, she's winning
not
this
gonna.
whole thing.
She's not gonna be in NXT UK for very much longer.
No, I think she was just there to like throw people off her winning.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think she's gonna go to NXT, become NXT champion pretty quick,
and then go to main roster.
and no, I think she's gonna carry NXT for a while.
She's young.
Because Shayna's gonna go up. I bet you Kyrie's gonna go up now that EO is gonna be on NXT.
Toni Storm's gonna take the title. So
I bet you Tony's. I
don't want to spoil my Evolution prediction.
All right, we'll get into that eventually. But yeah, I think we're on the same wavelength of what we're gonna say. But yeah, so this is what I wanted the Mae Young to be. This last episode.
Yeah.
I wanted every episode to be like this, but I understand why it can't.
Same. And I mean, like maybe rose-colored glasses are why we look back at the first Mae Young, because it was the first one.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah,
we
exactly.
didn't know what to expect.
I just like tournaments.
I agree.
Give me tournaments.
Tournaments are the best way to tell stories.
Yeah, and it's a good way to start rivalries.
I agree. NXT UK is doing it the right way. Oh yeah, I forgot about the first off. You know why I'm looking forward to NXT UK?
Why?
Because Trent Seven's going to be a fucking main event star.
You think?
Oh hell yeah!
Who else is gonna be there? Like
who else?
yeah,
They fucking.
Are they putting down like the footwork for him to turn heel on Tyler?
No, I don't think so. I would hope not. Although, first NXT UK like takeover, I could see it.
Yeah.
I always wait. Like Mustache Mountain always seems like the next big heel turn is going to be
Yeah.
Trent, but it's too obvious.
But I would love it. The reason why it's obvious is because it's good.
I agree.
Sometimes obvious is good.
They could do this whole storyline. I have this dream storyline
Oh, dude, I have
where a master turns on a student because it's like I wanted to see if I could make like you're being called like this 5-star match machine. So I wanted to see if I could create this like monster and then destroy it.
Oh, see, I was thinking a different way of where like the master's getting jealous of the student because the student has more success, but he doesn't feel like he has any more talent than he does.
I'm like mad scientist about it. I'm like, that'd be so sweet. That'd be such a good storyline to me.
I think this is me like fantasy booking, but I think they're gonna lead into them getting the tag titles, and when it's the titles are on the line, they're gonna lose, and Trent's gonna blame Tyler and bring up the fact that you cost us the NXT titles, you cost us this, and you're only the youngest NXT UK champion because of me, and you know all that stuff. And you can lead into that. It could be a good blood feud that lasts pretty much.
Trent Seven takes the title off of Pete Dunne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can build, like I said, you can build around Trent Seven as like a heel.
Make British Strong Style kind of like NXT UK's Shield.
Yeah, something like that. Well, I think Pete Dunne's out. I think as soon as he loses that title, he's gone.
When is he going to lose that title, though?
We just
Never.
We just booked it.
I know. So
If they get Walter, like people are speculating.
no,
Because did you hear anything about PWG?
no, what's going on?
Well, spoilers to
Walter's
anybody.
taking on.
It already happened.
It already happened.
It already happened.
He lost his title.
Spoilers to anybody who actually likes PWG and waits and doesn't care about and does care about spoilers. Yeah, Jeff Cobb won the PWG World Title.
That is not surprising.
No, not at all. But it does that every time somebody loses the PWG title. There's always rapid speculation that WWE is going to get them. And there were rumors a couple months ago about Walter jumping to WWE as more of like an NXT or NXT UK exclusive guy.
Ooh,
And
NXT UK.
you give him the NXT UK title and basically make him an unstoppable force and carry that division, kind of like Neville was for the Cruiserweights.
Yeah.
You just have him carry it and build that brand up. I can see that. Because Walter doesn't want to, from what I've heard, Walter does not want to go live in the U.S. He wants to stay in Germany. He wants to live at home.
Yeah, it's his home.
So that's why he declined whatever contract WWE offered, because he would have to relocate to Orlando. I don't think he wants that. Give him the UK. He can stay in Germany and basically build a brand.
That's true.
I'm saying that's the
That's a
smartest
good
way for
point.
him to do
That's a
it.
good point.
You know, give him the same amount of money you were gonna give him, but let him stay in the UK. You got yourself a loyal
No, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the NXT UK division has to offer.
Like I said, this week's episode I don't
apparently
think was
Eddie
good.
Dennis is going to tell me some stories.
Oh, dude, Eddie Dennis is great.
I know you had just told me about it.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was funny. I was like,
Eddie Dennis.
oh,
He's like
this is Eddie
6'8", but he wrestles like a cruiserweight.
He's going to tell you some stories.
And he's really good at fucking cutting promos, man.
Yeah.
It came out of nowhere too. The only reason you use people, you use me to get yourself over. You use WWE to get your wrestling over or whatever, and then he says like, and you use wrestling to get your shitty band over. I was like, oh my god, that's the best.
But what did you watch?
All right, so I got to start from the beginning. Of course, I watched NXT UK, and Mae Young Classic. I actually watched those right next to each other.
Same.
I was off on Friday. And I
Right.
just knocked them all out. I finally watched Bound for Glory.
Yeah, what'd you think?
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just gotta say this, like, I was worked. It's totally storyline.
I told
But
you.
to be fair, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I probably would have had my opinion now if I saw it from the get-go. But damn, dude, I hope it's a work because Austin Aries is fan-fucking-tastic, dude. He came out to that main event in all black. Black tights, black boots, black shoes, full on being a villain. And one of my favorite spots of this match, it's such a small thing, but it got so much shock value that I was like, hell yeah. So the match is going on, blah, blah, blah. They're fighting. Oh, I hate you. Oh, fight. There's a point where, because he brings out Taya and Killer Cross and Moose are on the outside, and Taya is just kind of like, not talking shit to him, but she's kind of just there, like, what are you going to do about it? And then they start wrestling, and Johnny Mundo, like, throws him against the ropes, goes for a clothesline. Austin Aries ducks it and dives and takes out Taya. Legit. Like, you weren't expecting it. And it was brilliant. Because, like, I'm not promoting domestic violence.
Probably a good idea.
But in that small dose, it made a huge impact, no pun intended, on that match. Because their whole shtick was, this is real fake wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, this is like, we don't know whether the lines are blurred and stuff like that. But that moment, it made it seem like they actually legit hate each other because he just takes out his wife, no problem. And it wasn't like he threw a fist or anything like that.
Yeah.
He just kind of like, bloop, you know, like he suicide dived her.
Right.
And Taya wrestles intergender wrestling all the time, so she's cool. Everybody's cool with it. But it made that much of an impact. I was like, holy shit. Also, well, first off, the 6-man match, OVE versus Pentagon, Phoenix, and Brian Cage.
Yeah.
Excellent. I can't even list how great that match was. It was definitely match of the night. The other match of the night was freaking LAX versus the OGs, because they decided to do a no mat wrestling match. Like, it's just wood planks.
Yeah.
And fuck, that thing was sketchy. They had nothing, because like in my head I just imagine it being like there's a board and it just locks in.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
No, it's just board laid across. So when they do a slam, the boards are just falling over and falling out of the ring and shit like that. It just looks sketchy.
Damn.
And it was scary to watch. And like, I liked that. It was kind of like exhilarating. So I'm like, these guys could legit get hurt, and they didn't, thank God. But it's one of those things where that feeling of like someone could get hurt, I always felt like was really good. And maybe that's why I like death matches here and there, because it's like, it's not because of like the ultra violence, like, you know, whatever, but just that feeling of something could go wrong makes it thrilling.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I felt with that match. And Eddie Kingston's the best.
Yeah.
Like he's not my best, but he's one of the best talkers in the world, and nobody gives him credit for it. This guy, I watched an interview with him, and they were talking about one of his promos he did in Ring of Honor back in the day, where he cut a promo about how he was doing this for his wife and his kid, and how everything, like, I'll fight for my kid, little Jimmy, so he could come in home and know that his father's not a failure, you know, like legit.
Yeah.
Tears coming out. And like, people come up to him after the promo off air, and they're just like, dude, I didn't know you had a kid. He's like, yeah, his name's Eli Manning. He doesn't have a kid, but he made you believe that he did. And he's that damn good at it. So Eddie Kingston's great. So yeah, Bound for Glory was great. I also watched all the stuff you did. I watched Fest.
Yeah.
I've told you about Fest. You would love Fest, dude. They're not too long, and they're fantastic. They're all about like punk rock, equality, and wrestling. Like that's their whole shtick. And like they did, the main event was a Falls Count Anywhere match. And they actually like left the arena, went in the streets and wrestled and shit like that. And Effie, dude, their champion right now, Effie, he could be a star.
Yeah.
He's like this. He's like an openly gay man wrestler, but it's not like in a weird way. He just is what he is. They call him. He's the feminist icon, is what his insignia is, and he's really good. He comes out. He has like lint stockings, like very much Rocky Horror style, and he's fantastic. He's a great wrestler. He's the guy who choke slammed the fuck out of Lizzie. Is that her name? Izzy, the little girl from NXT.
Oh yeah.
Bailey's best friend or whatever. Yeah, he's the one who choke slammed the fuck out of her.
Nice.
That's Effie. He's really good. He faced Jason Cade, and it was like a.
Oh, okay. I see
Yeah,
it.
he's really good. He has a dope theme song.
I see it. Yeah.
His entrance theme is pretty dope. But yeah, dude, Fest is good. It's not too much. They do like a show like every 2 months. It's not like a huge commitment. It's really fun. I like it. And it's run, I think, correct me if somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's run by Eric Cannon. Do you know Eric Cannon?
Yeah, you told me about him.
He's the guy who did that dope neck breaker at Spring Break. Comes out with the Paps.
Yeah.
Because he's actually sponsored by Paps.
That's funny.
Yeah, so the whole show, it's like half off. You see signs for like half off Paps and shit. So yeah, it's a dope. I'm trying to think. I thought there was more I watched, but I think that might have been it.
I also checked out Beyond Wrestling because you told me to.
Oh yeah, American Ronda 18.
I saw Jordan Grace and Lufisto take on the dirty
Team Thick.
Yeah.
Team Thick versus the
Dirty
Doom Patrol.
No, it was the Dirty
Daddy Chris Dixon.
Yeah.
And
they're called Doom Patrol.
Yeah, their team is Doom Patrol.
Nice. Was that like their last match of Beyond or something?
No, I don't think so.
They cut
because wasn't the match? It was an 8-man. Right?
No, it was. I think I might have watched something else then.
Maybe because I thought the match was an 8-man where it was Dirty Daddy, what's that guy? Jaga, LAX versus I thought it was Kimberly, Jordan Grace, Lufisto, and someone else. I forgot who.
No, it was Lufisto and Jordan Grace versus Doom Patrol.
Maybe you're right.
And then Doom
Maybe
Patrol.
I'm thinking of a different
Doom
Beyond
Patrol
show.
cut a promo at the end that sounded like they were like going to some other promotion or something.
Yeah, maybe we watched.
My
it
shoes
different show.
untied.
Oh, okay, it's all good. But yeah, and that had the David Starr Joey Janela death match.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Dude, fuck yeah! It was Joey Janela's final death match. No
Yeah,
rope,
still
barbed
alive.
wire. Hey, everybody, can you hear us?
Refresh the.
We're offline. Dude. I'm looking up to see if...
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I was right. It was Jordan Grace, Kimberly, Mia Yim, and Skylar versus Chris.
Yeah, I
Dickinson,
watched something else then.
Jaka Ortiz, AR Fox versus Anthony Green, Josh Briggs versus Brody King, Trent versus Jonathan Gresham.
All right, we're back. Real quick, so WWE stars are now sending out their tweets and stuff to Roman Reigns. I'm going to just read a few of them. John Cena tweeted out, "Courage, strength in the face of pain or grief. You have given us your everything, including a courageously vulnerable moment. We, your WWE family, give you all of our love and support." Kevin Owens tweeted out, "Roman is one of the best I've ever been in the ring with, and one of the guys I respect and look up to the most in this industry. My thoughts are with him and his family. I can't wait to see him overcome this and get to share a locker room with him again soon. Thank you, Roman." The Usos, "We've been here for you and we'll stay here for you. Day one, Us, we love you." And then they tweeted out a picture of the three of them.
Nice, I see it.
Kurt Angle, Booker T, Johnny Gargano, Matt Hardy, actually not in character, tweeted out something.
He hasn't been in character for a while.
Well, I mean, he tweets in character, but let me see if it's very sad. Yeah, no, it's a bummer. Anyway.
So yeah, that's what we watched this week.
Yeah. I guess we'll just get into the nitty gritty before we get into predictions. Does it feel like WWE's dropped the ball?
A little bit.
A little bit.
I think it has come to do with too many pay-per-views so
Too
close
many-
to each other.
Crown Jewel getting all of their real efforts.
Yeah, Crown Jewel.
It at least feels like Crown Jewel got
Mm-hmm.
the effort.
Which I can understand a little bit because it's the male pay-per-view and there's half their roster is male or more than half is
I
their
get
roster.
what you're saying.
You know what I'm trying
I
to
get
say?
what-
Like
I
it's
get
not
what you're saying.
it's not a sexist thing. It's like logistics.
It's not a we're
It's a-
sexist thing.
It's a logistics thing more. Is why I think.
Well, I mean,
happened.
it's got Brock
But-
Lesnar, Shawn Michaels, and
Yeah.
no, that's going to get more attention.
Yeah.
I feel like this.
I don't even know what all the matches are.
I
We know like 4 matches.
no. I mean, there's a few, but first off, I hate the commercial for it.
Oh yeah, they're like sugar and spice,
Like
everything nice. That's
that's-
what little girls are made of.
that's to me like that's insulting.
and then you're like,
yeah, that song.
Woman!
Actually, Sarah loves that song.
she
She was like, "Oh,
I
I love
wasn't
this
talking
song."
shit about the song. I just think
She's
it's
like,
very,
"Little Mix."
It's
I'm
a
like,
little
"What?
on the nose. It's just
Who
like,
are you? I'm literally sitting here just like, oh, what?
that's how I feel about the Mae Young Classic song. I've heard it so many times. I'm like, fuck this song, dude. What doesn't kill me makes me feel. Yeah, it was like, fuck, whatever.
So Nikki Bella versus Ronda Rousey is going to be the main event.
Right. I wish it would have been just a handicap match.
That honestly would have been a much better main
It
event.
would have made way more sense, and I think it would have been fun, and it could have made it actually seem like there's a chance Ronda could lose.
I agree.
Because 2-on-1, and then whoever, if they win, they both win kind of thing.
And also, just like, I'm sorry, Nikki Bella's not on the Ronda Rousey level.
Yeah, and it's also, it has nothing to do with skill. It has to do with notoriety.
Yeah.
And like,
Nikki Bella is not on the same level of notoriety that Ronda Rousey is.
true.
Just like,
But she is a
I know
far
it's
second.
I know it's kayfabe. I know it's kayfabe. But if anyone pretends that Ronda Rousey is a rookie, she's Ronda fucking Rousey.
Yeah.
The
And I think
Olympics-
to
being an
me,
Olymp-
she's proven enough that I can just be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
But she does, this is something my brother, because my brother's not a wrestling fan, but he watches with me sometimes. And he'll give me, what I like about watching with my brother is he gives me outside perspective. So he can like sometimes make me think of things I don't think of. He said it does feel like Ronda isn't a wrestler in the sense of when you see her, she comes out, it's like she's pretending to be a wrestler. And you never can unsee the
Well, I'm sure
the wrestling in it.
I'm
You
sure
know
that
what
was
I mean?
Kurt Angle's problem.
Yeah, but nobody, like, let's be honest, like, not a lot of people knew who Kurt Angle was.
Yeah. I think Ronda Rousey just needs to find a character that's not, Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. But that's literally the opposite of what everybody says to do about wrestling.
No. You need to find a character.
No, your character's you turned up
I
to
know,
11.
but I guess we just need to find out who Ronda Rousey is turned up to 11.
Yeah, like, who is she really?
She needs to turn into a bad guy.
Yeah, I would love it. Make her the baddest woman on the
I
planet.
think the
like,
universe.
legit.
I think as great as 'cause, she's great. She's a baby. She is a very good baby face.
Yeah.
But I think in order for her to be more immersed into the universe and to feel more immersed,
Yeah.
turn her into a bad guy. See what she can do. Give her that kind of snarky personality. The not always smiling.
I'd say make it more of, like, overconfident. Mm-hmm. And that's how she'll eventually lose. She got overconfident.
Yeah. Yeah. Like.
Put her with Shayna. Shayna will teach her.
Oh God, Shayna Baszler is like one of the best.
Ronda! I can't do a Shayna.
Her
I thought I could.
in-ring psychology is some of the best. No. Don't you're making a face, but
You're talking about Shayna?
I'm talking about Shayna Baszler.
I think Shayna's fantastic and really good at ring psychology. The best?
I said one of.
Nah.
She's in top 5 right now for me.
A current.
Yeah.
I can name like 10.
Yeah, but you
Bro.
whatever.
I don't mean to shit all over you. I'm just saying, I know what you're trying to say. I think she's really good at giving the feel that it's a real fight.
There was hopes that in the build up to Evolution they would be announcing a women's tag team division, which I actually watched that old podcast we did where I even said, I'm like, I just don't think that they would have they wouldn't dedicate the time that needed.
Yeah.
And I still don't, I think they're going to announce a tag team division at Evolution.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But there
too.
won't be. There's no tournament. There's no belts. It's just like, hey, so at Survivor Series.
Oh, you think they're gonna go that route?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought they were gonna set up a tag match and then like announce that this tag match is for the new women's title or something like that. Like maybe like
or a trios.
No.
I don't know why I pronounced.
Seems like WWE is not into the idea of trios titles.
I think Vince McMahon's attention span is.
Yeah. I've always said just get rid of one of the tag titles and make like a trios title exclusive to like SmackDown or something.
Yeah.
That way you have the tag on Raw and the trios on SmackDown.
I mean, on paper, so they've announced. So Isla Dawn is taking on Rhea Ripley at spoiler alert, Rhea Ripley's NXT UK Women's Champion.
Of which I'm still convinced I think that was meant to be Tegan's.
Mm-hmm. But Isla Dawn is going to be taking on Rhea Ripley for it.
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler is going to be taking on Kairi Sane. We're going to get into predictions in a minute, but we're just kind of running through the card. The Mae Young Classic Finals,
right?
Who we both know.
We both know because you spoiled it for me. 5 days before it started.
I apologized.
Jerk.
I apologized. I said
I'm not that upset because I got it right.
Yeah,
so like,
good job.
if we did brackets,
Io
I
Shirai
would have
is
won.
going to be taking on Toni Storm.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch are going to be taking on each other.
Last woman standing.
And it's probably going to be a really good match.
Oh, that'll probably be match
Becky
of the
Lynch
night.
is doing some great character work. I think you're going to see a double turn. I think Charlotte might win this match.
I think so too.
But it through
I have a reason. I'll tell you my
through
reason.
underhand through devious. Not devious.
Dirtiest
malicious.
woman in the game or some
malicious
shit.
means.
Yeah.
No, she's going to like Becky Lynch's whole thing is I've got all this heart and I've always fought and Charlotte,
I don't care.
Charlotte Flair is going to destroy her.
I don't care no more.
And then we're gonna have Mickie James and Alexa Bliss taking on Trish Stratus.
Fucking
and Lita.
nailed it.
Natalia Bailey and Sasha Banks are taking on the Riot Squad, and then
Wait, Natalia Bailey and Sasha Banks?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear that
Yeah.
match.
And then what are they going to do with the rest of the women? How are they going to fit all 50 women into it? They're going to have a historic, once again, another historic battle royal featuring all women. It is their 6-man tag match of the Cruiserweight division. The battle royal is their match.
Right.
And a lot of female wrestlers tweeted out their reactions to it. Was not met with a warm reception.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw that people were announcing they were going to be in it. I didn't hear any backlash.
It's all Twitter and it's all subtweeting.
Twitter, you can literally be like, I like cheese. Be like, TMZ reporting that Conor Griffiths likes cheese.
But here are some of the people announced for the Battle Royal. Tori Wilson.
Yeah, dude. Okay, before you go on, I think we talked about this, but Tori Wilson, did she get killed and replaced by another woman who looks kind of like Tori Wilson?
No, it looks like Tori Wilson.
Dude, when she came out of the Royal Rumble, I was like, who the fuck is that?
People age. Their
I know,
faces
but like
change.
this was like she looked younger. Like it was weird. Like
She
it
works
didn't
out
even
a
look
lot.
like the same thing. She had like different like makeup style and then the haircut and then she was hiding her face and she was smaller because she's not as fit as
I follow her on
she's not
Instagram.
as muscle.
I follow her on Instagram. She works out a lot.
Yeah, I was just saying like she looked like nothing like she used to. It was weird.
I'm going to save this next person because I'm mad. Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Lana, Carmella, Billie Kay, Peyton Royce, Ember Moon, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Alicia Fox, Tamina Snuka, Michelle McCool,
Michelle McCoo.
Kelly, Maria Kanellis, Molly Holly, WWE Hall of Famers Ivory, and WWE Hall of Famer Alundra Blaze have all been announced for this Battle Royal. And fucking Asuka.
Oh, Asuka's in the Battle Royal?
Asuka's in the Battle Royal.
Man, it's almost like she shouldn't have lost to WrestleMania.
Yeah. Are you happy?
I'm sorry.
Are
I
you
have to
happy?
bring it up every time you
They
bring it
can't
up.
even just have fucking Naomi and Asuka take on Absolution.
Or just have Asuka versus like, I don't know. Is Bull Nakano still alive?
I don't know. Let me look. Good question.
Because that'd be fucking sweet. She's probably old as shit and
Yeah.
can't wrestle anymore.
Bull Nakano
but
can-
damn, I would love to see Bull Nakano versus Asuka. Like, that'd be sweet. Like, who's a notorious female wrestler throughout the years who's notorious for probably hitting a little too hard? Molly Holly?
Brie Bella.
Fuck. What the fuck? They could have easily have done Brie Bella versus Liv Morgan and people would have been like, makes sense.
Yeah, that was a great match. No,
I don't care.
Nakano's still alive. She's still alive.
They put 2018. I want to see what she's looking like.
Okay.
Not in like the weird way. I'm just curious. Oh, all right. And she's still wrestling?
Yeah.
Dude, just bring out Bull Nakano. Fuck yeah, dude.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. Are we frozen?
No.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
because I was
I'm
looking
sorry-
at the
I'm
thing.
sorry. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
if they would have just like out of the blue just been like legendary female wrestler Bull Nakano's coming out of retirement or whatever to face Asuka, I'd be like, oh,
This
oh my
kinda-
God.
This feels, unfortunately, like an inconsequential pay-per-view. And there have been a few too many inconsequential pay-per-views lately.
Okay, this is where I will give my optimism to you. Remember when everybody was saying All In was going to suck because the card wasn't that good?
I never said what. The card was great.
The card was great, but remember people were like, I don't know, I shouldn't have paid that much to go see it. The card is whatever. I remember reading that online a lot.
Well, fuck those people.
Yeah, I think this will be a good show.
Joey Ryan took on
I think-
Adam Page.
Yeah, I think we've been shitting on Nikki Bella too much. I think she is actually a really good
Nikki
wrestler.
Bella as a wrestler's fine.
Yeah.
I just
So that match is gonna
once
be
again, and
solid.
I've been consistent on this. I disagree with the idea that Nikki Bella is a main eventer.
I think she's the main event. I don't think she did anything to help the Revolution.
See, I disagree with that part. I just don't think she's a main eventer.
All right. That match will be solid.
It'll be
Royal
good.
Rumbles are always fun. Is it a Rumble or is it everybody in the ring at the same time?
It's
kind of battle
probably everybody in the ring at the same time.
royal. All right. That's kind of lame.
Yeah, and then
You're
they're
gonna have
the
a
fucking
solid-
women's Royal Rumble.
If
Like,
they go all balls out with that fucking 6-woman match, that could be good. If they do is like if they were like, hey, let's do like PWG and do a six-woman
sweet.
match, I'd be like, fuck yeah, that could be sweet because you got Bailey and Sasha who can do it. Natalia is very technical; she can kind of be like that, like the straight man of the match. And then you have Ruby who can do whatever. Sarah Logan knows what she's doing. Liv is maybe the one weak link, and even her, I think she's got it 1,000 times better.
well, she makes up for it in
Yeah.
in character stuff.
Exactly.
If you open that window. Yeah, just open up the window, turn the fan on. We don't need to die.
So I think that match has potential to be solid.
no, okay.
I think it's going to be a great card, and I think
Real
I
quick.
think they're saving some special
Real quick.
announcements.
I am not crapping on the pay-per-view because it hasn't happened yet.
Right.
It'll probably be pretty. It'll probably be good.
Yeah.
Super Showdown was good.
Yeah.
Greatest Rumble ever was good. Unfortunately, and I hate to say it, Crown Jewel is probably going to be really good.
Yeah, it's probably going to be pretty solid. Like I said, with Crown Jewel, I'm sorry to get off topic a bit, but with Crown Jewel, I've already stayed my stance. I'm not going to watch it unless people say it was really good and you should watch it.
I'm going to watch it. Standard
Well,
Brand,
yeah,
AJ Styles.
me,
I'm not
it's more
missing that.
about like ethics versus
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like good
I'm
wrestling.
sorry.
So
I'm
fuck
sorry.
you.
I also like ethics, but Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles.
Right. I'm gonna wait. If it has like a shitty ending and then people are like, "Oh, they should have done something else with AJ," I'll wait.
Speaking of which, there's literally no way John Cena and Daniel Bryan both refused to go to Saudi Arabia.
Daniel Bryan might have.
Daniel Bryan might have, but like when that
He's a very
yeah,
left-sided
but Daniel
person.
Bryan's also like he's not one to rock the boat.
Yeah, he's just happy. But he knows he can like, oh, what are you gonna do? Fire me? I'm
Yeah,
going
but
to fucking Japan.
Daniel Bryan's not the rock the boat guy. Even if he can do that,
No, I think he has less fucks to give now that he's back. He's leverage, man. John Cena also has leverage, but I don't know if John Cena cares. He's a company man.
yeah, Randy Orton's just like whatever. They're paying.
Randy
for,
Orton's like, I don't give a
They're
shit.
paying for my plane ticket, and I don't
Yeah.
have to be at SmackDown the next week. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, exactly. So,
I want Orton.
what else? The other match, I think it's going to be a solid show.
Yeah, no.
there's matches I would have rather seen, like Bull Nakano versus Asuka, because that'd be sick.
Hear me out. My point of contention and disappointment is that this should be being treated creatively as a much bigger deal than I feel it is. And now I understand that WWE is split between two different events right now. They got to promote Evolution, but at the same time they got to promote Crown Jewel.
Now, does it make it more equal that the fact the show will be mediocre because all their shows are mediocre? Does that make it equal?
Unfortunately, I think due to the fact that a lot of people are going to be coming in with this very snarky opinion of
Yeah.
women's wrestling, Evolution needs to be good.
Yeah, I know. I was joking.
It's kind of
but-
it's like the Wonder Woman situation.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman needed to be amazing, otherwise people were going to crap all over it.
Yeah.
Even if it was just good, even if it was just
Yeah.
decent. So Evolution, I think, really needs to deliver. I think it will.
Like I said,
My-
you have to
my thing-
overcorrect to get back in the right spot.
My thing is I feel like more time has spent doing this Degeneration X Brothers of Destruction feud 15 years after the fact than really getting people hyped up for Evolution.
Dude, I don't give two fucks about DX and Undertaker.
I don't either.
I've been over Undertaker for a while, and maybe that's blasphemy for some people, but like I've always liked the Undertaker. He's never been my favorite. If we ever made a list like we did a couple weeks ago,
He wasn't on mine, and
he
love
wasn't
the
on
Undertaker.
mine. I don't really
I
care.
love the Undertaker.
Undertaker's great,
He
but
was
like
one of the
I don't
first,
care.
He was one of the first people I really wanted to watch on SmackDown.
Yeah, but we're getting a little sidetracked. So
No, I mean this is kind of what we were supposed to
okay,
be.
that's fine. But yeah, it's to me, it might have been one of those things where they're trying to justify Crown Jewel and forgetting about their other show that's coming up,
and
or
unfortunately,
they're trying to downplay it because it's going to be sweet and they don't want to overhype something.
I hope so.
Because there is that sense of mentality that I know, like if I'm going to show you one of my favorite movies that you've never seen before, I try to downplay how
Yeah.
good it is, so that way you actually feel the right way.
Mhm.
Instead of me being like, dude, you got to see
Remember-
Sandlot. Sandlot's like my favorite movie. You're like,
That's-
I've never seen the Sandlot.
That's what we would do with movie nights. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
And the most hyped we were was when we watched Drunken Master.
Fuck yeah, Drunken
No-
Master's the best.
No one knew what they were getting in for, and all of a sudden we popped in Drunken Master, and
I popped
Jalen
that
lost
shit.
his fucking
Yeah,
mind.
dude. I was expecting that 100%. I'm like, oh yeah, Drunken Master's
Drunken Master's
it's pretty good.
It's good.
It's really
It's
good. Watch
so
it.
fucking
It's
good.
the best.
I want Evolution to be the Drunken Master
Yeah.
of WWE pay-per-views.
You know what? I also think. Oh no, never. I'm going to take back what I'm going to say.
I hope so.
I was going to say, you know what? I think that might be their other big announcement. I'm not. This is not contradicting at all. This is what I
Trying
was
to go
going
into
to
the Hall
say.
of Fame.
Oh, that'd be cool. No. I was going to say new show, all women's show. Like they'll still keep the Raw and SmackDown, but then they'll have
Yeah.
a third show that'll be on exclusive on the network. That's
You
maybe
get some of
filmed
the
before Raw
People
or
they're
some
not
shit.
using, like the
Yeah.
Absolutions and the Iconics.
Exactly,
And
and then they have like an hour show, like main event, but for women only.
stuff. I think that'd be a good idea.
That's a good idea,
Mm-hmm.
and it allows them to do stuff with the people coming up from NXT.
yeah.
But then you can also push your main stars like Ronda,
Honestly,
Sasha,
if
and all
I
that.
think if they treated their network kind of like a Velocity,
yeah,
that would be great because
Yeah.
Velocity secretly really good.
yeah, and it won't be like downplaying. It'll give everybody like who like want the women to have their own show, because like I'm in that boat. I want the women to have their own show because I feel like the stories aren't being told right because they're not the focus. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
But then I understand the idea of like, well, you can't have women on a separate show because that means it's like they're not on the same stage as the men.
Mhm.
And there's two sides of the same coin. Your heart is in the right place if you think either way. But it is one of those paradigms where you don't know which side is right. Because like I'm like if you put all the women on one show and make it a third brand like Raw, SmackDown, and let's say Evolution, you can tell better stories. You can have a women's world title, women's intercontinental title, women's tag, a women's cruiserweight if you want to call it the flyweight or the strawweight or some shit like UFC does. Whatever. You can have its own show, tell its own stories, but when you're tuning into Raw, people are going to be like, well, it's Raw, and then you have the women's show. You know, and that's
Yeah.
where people might get that weird feeling. As opposed to like putting the women with the men, it's equal. You just say they're on the same stage. They're sharing the same stage. So I don't know. It's like I said, two sides of the same coin. I think your heart's in either way you're thinking your heart's in the right place. But if they do it the way I just said, where it's like its own like Velocity main event, but it's with women only, you can kill two birds, one stone.
I couldn't. I had to tie my shoe.
Oh, you're fine,
Sorry.
dude. I was professional and kept talking.
No, I appreciate it.
So that's what I think. I thought maybe that might be something they announced because they're like, what else can they say? WWE loves saying historic.
Oh yeah, they love their
they-
historic moments.
Tag titles and I think their own show are the last two historic things they can do.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do like historic mid card title. Can't do that.
No, you can't. What do you think of them wanting to like these? Maria Kanellis
I love Maria.
is petitioning super fucking hard for them to bring back like the Divas title.
I had that same idea, and then you convinced me that it was a bad idea.
I think it's
Because like when I played like WWE 2K18 last year, I had a women's show, and I had the mid card
That's
title
'cause-
be the Divas title.
It's the only other title.
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I could have just made a fucking like women's Intercontinental.
Right.
But like I've always been like, I think have your own identity. Don't be the men, but with women.
Yeah, I
have your own identity. So I like the idea of like the women's world title is the big title, and then the mid card be the Divas title. But then you were like, well, the Diva has that bad connotation.
Yeah, just
and
make
stuff like
make
that.
a mid card
And I was
title
like-
for like a women's television championship
Yeah.
or something like that. That
Yeah.
actually wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
But they'll probably have the tag
Tag
team-
titles are probably first. I don't think they have a deep enough roster at this moment to necessitate a mid card title.
I mean,
Unless they got rid of the SmackDown
they got
title and made
they
Raw
got to
the
do
women's.
something because they are wasting so many fucking women right now. Sasha Banks has nothing to do. Bailey has nothing to do.
I'm telling you, like if they were smart about it, and this is what I think main event should be, but whatever. Make these shows as kind of like an NXT before after NXT. Like this could be where you're like, I don't know, like what's his face? Kona Reeves isn't doing so hot on NXT. Let's put him on main event. Put him there, give him some shot, and if something clicks with him and with the big crowd, where you're like, you know, this could work really well on Raw. Let's put him on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do that with like the women, do that with the men. I think that could be a good idea. Because like it seems right now, main events just like extra matches for the live crowd. It feels like they just happen to tape them.
I agree.
So if you do it like where main event is like the show before the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the guys who aren't ready for that main roster call up, but they're way past their prime in NXT. Be a good little transition spot, like a Leo Rush to 205 Live.
They're planning on. Did you hear they're planning on making live events available for the network?
Yeah, that's been talked about for like years now, with the whole $15 tier on a network, and you get the house shows. I'm like, whatever. I would much rather.
$15 to you?
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't pay that for just if it was just that. No,
Right.
I don't care. I understand like people wanted to do like I want to see the Starcade. I do want to see the Starcade. I love Starcade. I wish they would bring it back as the December pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like the one right before Royal Rumble. It could be a cool little like homage. Bring back Halloween Havoc, Bash at the Beach, and Starcade.
No, those are WCW.
Who gives a
They
shit?
trying to put me out of business.
You own WCW. Just do it. Do Bash at the Beach right before SummerSlam in July. Because SummerSlam is usually in August, right? So do it in July. And just do it like literally in fucking like Waikiki. Or
Yeah.
something like that. Like have it be like a vacation before. It's like a vacation but a show. It'd be fun. It's a little laid back. Like those old MTV WCW shows. I don't know if you ever watched those. Because I know you jumped on a little late, so I don't know if you know what
No.
the MTV WCW
Yeah, I know
was.
of them, but I never saw them.
Those were fun because it was like during MTV's like week of spring break that they did.
Mm-hmm.
They when WCW was at its hot, they brought in WCW for a couple matches and they did a show and they had like a battle royal, but it was all on the beach and stuff. It was really
Yeah.
cool. Do something like that. Halloween Havoc writes itself. Spooky. Everybody dresses up like costumes, but don't make it like quirky. You don't have to be like get it. You
Yeah.
know? Like I'm just saying like everybody dresses up and it's fun. I like wrestling to be fun. It doesn't need to be so goddamn serious all the time.
But I like it when it's serious all the goddamn time.
No, you
My
don't.
wrestling would be Game of Thrones.
Yeah, mine would be basically
Guess who my Lannisters are?
the McMahons.
No, Paul Burchill and Katie Lee.
I was gonna say the
Burchill.
McMahons because they just did that incest
Yeah.
thing on the
Yeah.
So that'd be funny if
Vince
it was
is
the
weird.
McMahons.
Well,
Yeah,
like imagine being Vince McMahon's daughter.
but dude, it sets it up. If the McMahons are the Lannister, well, I guess now.
Imagine, so Bret Hart's a Stark. The Harts are the Starks.
No.
Yeah, 'cause they're from North.
Oh, I guess that.
Oh
makes sense.
man. Oh man. Yeah.
Oh, don't you know that like it's like I'm like Ned Stark and
Winter's
then I die.
coming, and I put it in.
Winter's coming and then
and
I
I
gotta
shoot-
put these shades on this
I
kid's
put it in a
face.
shoot leg lock, and I broke his ankle, and I
Yeah.
looked over him and I said, "Fuck you."
I was like, I feel like you're like shooting my character, shooting my brains out, like as from a character perspective. Have you ever seen Beyond the Mat?
Yeah,
Dude, we gotta watch that.
Yeah.
We should do that as like a live stream
I'm down.
of us just watching Beyond the Mat. It's
I'm
on
down.
YouTube, I think.
All right, let's get into predicting this evolution.
This is on the fly because I didn't prep.
All right, so first up, Bailey versus Sasha Banks. Oh, wait. Bailey and Sasha Banks and Natalya, Wrestling Geek has a typo,
Oh,
versus the Riot Squad. Riot Squad.
I'm gonna go Bailey and Sasha.
Telling you, dude. I think So I think this slow burn of Bayley and Sasha Banks is going to consist of everybody thinking they're done with them feuding, and they'll keep revisiting it.
Okay, that's fair.
So I think
I just think they're gonna be like, "Woo, Sasha and Bayley are baby faces."
Also, Liv Morgan got kicked in the head.
Yeah, but nobody cares because she lost the next week.
Well, she lost to
The Bellas.
Ronda Rousey. Yeah.
Yeah, and Ronda. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna be like kick off the show with something like, "Yay, everybody's happy, women." You know.
Yeah.
That's what I think they're gonna go.
I don't
with.
think anybody cares enough about that match to care who actually wins.
Yeah, but I think it's a sour. Like for me, I always feel like you never want to kick off a show with a heel win.
Does this feel like a December to Dismember?
No, not at
It
all.
feels
No,
okay.
I don't think so.
It feels that way to me. Trish Stratus and Lita taking on Alexa Bliss,
Exa Bliss.
Exa Bliss, and Mickey James.
I was originally gonna say it was gonna be Exa Bliss, but I think they're gonna give it to Lita and Trish,
Yeah,
just because they're like, "Yay,
yeah.
Trish."
Maybe this opens the pay-per-view.
I thought it like I was on the side that Alexa was gonna win if it was a one-on-one, but now that it's a tag, like I originally thought, give it to them.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Alicia Battle Royal for future women's championship match.
Were you gonna say Alicia Fox is gonna be your winner?
No,
Oh,
everybody
okay.
knows it's my girl Dana Brooke, but actually I'm changing my prediction.
Okay, what is your prediction?
What's your prediction?
Nia Jax?
Asuka.
No, 'cause she just won a Rumble.
Who cares?
Bro,
Asuka does.
she just won a Rumble.
Don't give a shit. When's Asuka's turn?
WrestleMania last year.
No, when's her turn next? You son of a bitch.
10 years from now when she fights Bull Nakano in a retirement match.
You're hurting me. You're hurting my feelings.
Dude,
right now.
I just want Bull Nakano versus Asuka now. That's all I want in life.
May Young Classic Finals, Io Shirai, spoiler alert, taking on Tony Storm, spoiler alert.
Tony Storm wins.
Tony Storm, really?
Easy, yeah, she
I
wins.
don't know, man. I'm changing my opinion. I'm changing my vote.
You're going to Io Shirai?
I'm going. Actually, no, Tony Storm because it's going to bleed into one of my next predictions. So we're both saying Tony Storm
Yeah.
on that one.
I predicted that from the get-go. As
All
soon as
right.
they said there's going to be a
Hey,
second Mae
Janae,
Young.
can you throw me a notepad real quick?
Are you
Thanks
writing
to
this
our-
down so we can't
Yeah.
go back?
Yeah, thanks to our producer, Janae. Check out, are you guys doing Deep Truths this weekend?
We did it last week.
All right. Make sure you check out Deep Truths on our sister channel, itchtway.tv/Color Circuit Live.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
So,
Bull Nakano versus Asuka.
Griff Connor. All right. So, you're saying
Sasha and Bayley.
BS because your guess is BS. And I'm saying Riot Squad.
RS, because you're a... Shut up.
You shut up. And then you're saying T, Trish, and Lita.
Yeah.
And I guess I got to pick mine. I'm saying Bliss
And James.
and James.
Nah, I think that's going to be... The reason why I think that is because I think that match is going to be less of a match and more of like a, hey, remember?
Yeah.
So they're going to do like that one point where Trish and Mickey meet up and everybody's like, remember?
They already did that.
And she's going to do this, like this little thing.
Yeah, they already... Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, they would. Why not?
So you're saying Nia Jax for the Battle Royal.
yeah.
and
I
I'm
might
saying
change that by the end of this. I'm just
Asuka.
thinking.
So Asuka. All right.
Maybe it's someone
Mae Young
else.
Classic.
Who else could it be?
Asuka.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be Asuka.
Dana Brooke.
No.
Shelby Cool.
I'm trying to think of someone who would actually challenge for a title. I
Kelly
don't think. Who's someone who's big on Raw but is not as big as
Ember Moon.
Yes, 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 yes.
Change
Ember
of news?
Moon's winning. 100% Ember Moon.
You're
Then
wrong.
you can have Ronda versus Ember. That will lead for like a month, and then you can go back to Sasha, then Bayley, then Natalya or whatever, and then just go through that line.
All right, next up, Rhea
Or-
Ripley,
yeah.
who will, spoiler alert, be your NXT UK Women's Champion,
Nice.
taking on, spoiler alert, Isla Dawn.
Oh, it's Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, they're gonna run with her. They're gonna run with her.
I think they have big plans for her.
Yeah, even if putting the title on her wasn't planned,
They're gonna give her a goatee and then be like evil Charlotte,
I love it.
evil twin Charlotte.
I love it. That'd be great.
Or they put her in a singlet. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. Just put her in a singlet and make her Pete Dunne too.
Pete Dunner.
Patricia Dunne. Patricia Dunne.
Yeah, Pete
So, yeah.
Dooney.
So I say Rhea Ripley wins.
All right. And then for the NXT UK Women, the NXT Women's Championship, Shayna Baszler taking on champion Kairi Sane.
I was all on Kyrie until I thought of what they're doing next.
Yeah.
It's going to be Shayna wins.
So Tony Storm can take that title off
Yes,
of
that's
her.
what we were on the same wavelength about. I was like, yeah, dude, Tony Storm's going to freaking beat Shayna.
Yeah.
And that's when Shayna's going to get
It's
called
set
up, and
because-
Tony's going to carry
because
that division.
Shayna just walked off during their match.
Yeah.
She's going to hurt Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane is going to... And then they're going to
I think Kyrie's getting called up because I think they're going to... Like, as weird as it sounds, I don't think they want Io and Kyrie to, like, occupy that same space.
That's stupid, though.
I know it's stupid. I would love them the team, but...
Maybe that's Kairi Sane's farewell match.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That
I
would
like
be-
that. I
yeah.
like that idea.
Which is weird because it feels like she just debuted on NXT
Kyrie
television.
or Io?
Kyrie.
That was like a year ago.
I know. It's
know.
weird.
Yeah.
But she's so good.
Yeah, I think she's ready, and she's already done enough stuff on the main roster.
Yeah,
that
and it's
people
like, what?
know
Well,
who she
on
is.
NXT, it's like, what else is she going to do?
She could be like a nice like addition to like SmackDown.
Oh, she needs to go to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Raw is just like the vortex of Ronda at this point. Like,
Yeah, if you're not
and I'm
Ronda,
not upset about it. It's just
if
one
you're
of
not
those
Ronda
things.
Rousey, you're screwed.
Yeah, you'll get good matches, but you won't be holding any titles.
Yeah, once the Bellas leave, I think it'll be better.
I think it'll become like a thing where Ronda starts taking on all challengers.
Mm-hmm.
Some will be good, some will be bad, but it'll be less about like
Yeah,
storyline and more
it's
about competition.
trial
with
by
her.
fire kind of stuff with
Yeah,
Ronda, too.
exactly. It's like I'll take on everybody, and then all leading to
All right.
what I think.
Last woman standing match. Becky Lynch taking on Charlotte. I'm saying Charlotte.
You know what? Just to make it a little interesting, I'm gonna say Becky's gonna win
Hear me out, man.
because I think they're gonna do Becky versus Ronda at Survivor Series
No.
because they don't want to do Charlotte versus Ronda so early. They probably want to save that for WrestleMania.
I mean, this is you assuming they're going to do the...
yeah, that's yes.
Yeah.
All points. There's nothing that said they're not doing that again.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Hear me out.
Especially now that, like, as fucked up as it says, Roman's gone, you could easily do AJ versus Braun.
Very true. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would love that.
So hear me out on this. It is very obvious that Becky Lynch is never going to get booed,
Right.
no matter what they do. If anything, she's going to get more cheered. The more bad guy she gets, the more beloved she becomes. I don't think they have any choice but to turn Charlotte into the bad guy in the story. And I think they're going to do it because it's the last woman standing match.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do something, not where Charlotte cheats, but where Charlotte, you remember when Alberto Del Rio and Dolph Ziggler wrestled each other?
Yeah.
And Del
he,
Rio
like, concussed him.
Del Rio kept playing the babyface, but he kept on targeting Dolph
Yeah.
Ziggler's like concussed head.
Yeah.
I think they're going to go a route like that.
I think it'll be one of those things where she fluke wins Becky. Like, it will be like where they're both down till 9 and she stands up right at the last moment. So it doesn't make either of them look weak, but it keeps Becky the title. Because I think what they want to do is they're going to have her beat Becky. Ronda's going to beat Becky. And then it's going to set up like she's like, I can beat anybody. And then eventually down the line, when Becky becomes face again and she's okay with Charlotte because short memory loss for WWE, they can use that as like a.
You think we get a 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen next SummerSlam?
I think it's going to happen at Royal Rumble.
No, I'm thinking next SummerSlam.
Oh, you think that far
Well,
ahead?
'cause
Yeah, because they probably don't want to rush up. I'm more likely to believe that right now, I think they're going to go. I think Shayna's going to SmackDown when she gets called up, just to keep them separate for now. And then Shayna could basically be like fighting the Becky and Charlotte or whoever's on top. And Ronda, because Ronda's going to stay a babyface as long as she can.
yeah.
Until the point that people start turning on her just because it's Ronda's winning a lot kind of mentality, because that always happens. Then they might do the switch where Shayna's directly involved. Maybe even after a shakeup.
Yeah, you might be right on that.
Yeah.
So you're saying Lynch?
Lynch is winning, but I'm not super confident about it.
And then, finally, the main event, which is, I mean, who's going to win this one? Ronda Rousey taking on
Dude,
Nikki
how
Bella.
great, not great, shitty, but how great would it be if they just like, Ronda lost to Nikki.
Oh, I would throw up. I would throw up, and Sarah would be so happy. But it's not going to happen. Get that thought out of your head.
It won't. I just think it'd be fun.
It's going to be...
I like curveballs.
I'm writing Rousey down for you.
All right.
I'm choosing for you. You chose poorly.
I chose poorly.
There we go.
You chose poorly.
Alrighty, so going down the list, you think Sasha Banks, Bailey, and Natalia are going to beat the
Yep.
Riot Squad? I think the opposite. You think Trish and Lita are going to beat Bliss and James? I think the opposite. You think Ember Moon's going to win the Battle Royal? You're crazy because
Why?
Asuka's going to win it.
I'm thinking of who gets a title match and who makes sense to face Ronda or Becky next.
I got you. Both of us agree Toni Storm's going to win
Yep.
the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah.
Which is the whole reason they brought her back.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley is going to retain her
Because it makes no sense for her to lose the
yet
title.
to have won NXT UK Championship.
That's gonna happen soon, right?
It's
Next
going to
week?
happen this Wednesday. Yeah,
Yeah, so that makes sense. All right.
I'm excited.
Yeah, they're not gonna have-
Dude, NXT UK is. I'm so excited because I work really early in the morning.
Yeah.
So once I get home, I can just pop it in and watch
Nice.
it. I'm so pumped.
I like
It's
it.
great. Shayna Baszler is going to take that title off of Kairi Sane.
I think so too.
And it's, Kairi Sane was a good champion.
I think the whole her winning it was to give her that cred.
She
so
won the
when
Mae
she
Young
goes-
Classic. She should win the title. Yeah.
Give
Makes
her
no
that
sense.
cred so when she goes to the main roster, they can say former NXT Women's Champion. And as fucked up as that sounds, it's
And
not meant
first,
to.
The inaugural.
They're like, that's Kairi Sane because, like I said, she's not the best at English, so they're gonna have to use her credentials
Yeah.
to build her up, which is what they should have done with Asuka. And that's why I said she shouldn't have lost at WrestleMania, because when someone who can't cut like a well enough promo that people can understand in the balcony, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, because she does have that accent, it's one of those things where like you need something other than your speech to get you over. And wrestling can do so much, but in WWE it doesn't.
I get that. I guess I just
So,
wish we
like-
lived in a world where she lived. Where
Yeah.
I guess because in NXT she could just cut a promo in Japanese and everyone would go, "Yep, you
Did I,
said
ever tell you
that."
did I ever tell you my idea for Asuka and how to get her back to being a cool person?
She is cool. You're a jerk.
No, I'm saying like in the eyes of
I know what you
WWE. I would say bring Kyrie, bring up Io, and bring up what's her face, Godzilla, Lady Godzilla.
Matsumoto.
Bring them up. Call them Asuka's Army. It's basically Suzuki Gun, but with Asuka.
I love it.
Dude, it'd be so sweet. And she's like, yeah, I lose, but I'll fuck you up. Like, kind of like that thing where she doesn't really care about losing and winning. And that'd be such a perfect way to go with Asuka, is that it's less about winning and losing now. It's more about hurting your opponent.
Gotcha.
That's the best route to go with her. That way you don't have to worry about the win-loss and, oh, she didn't look good because you didn't beat Charlotte or something like that. You can just keep going with it and make her vicious.
We split on Charlotte and Lynch.
Yeah,
You
and I'm not
say
even fully confident
You
on
say
it.
Becky Lynch, or I say Charlotte.
I think with the momentum Becky and all the cred she's getting lately, I think you don't want to lose that momentum by having her lose.
Yeah.
Plus, people are going to boo the fuck out of that if she...
That's the point.
I know that's the point, but there's certain shows where you want that depth and feel of up and down. This is the show that's supposed to be like, yay, revolution. You kind of want this to be like an old school WrestleMania where it just skyrockets of positivity. Maybe one dip, and that'll probably be Rhea Ripley.
Okay. I mean, I get what you're saying.
You
but-
know what I'm saying? Like, so that's where I feel like it goes.
Well, then it's okay. Then
'Cause,
let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Who does Becky Lynch feud with after this?
She can continue fighting Charlotte.
Okay, no,
Okay, well, then who? You got Asuka. Becky and Asuka have never had a feud.
that's true.
That could be where Asuka gets the title, and that way she doesn't beat Charlotte, but she does beat Becky, and people be like on board or not because it's Asuka.
That's true.
People want to like Asuka.
Good point.
So, or they can do the thing where Asuka's so much better, but Becky keeps getting out of it. Not cheating like Carmella style, but like getting out of it.
Yeah.
Like backing away or walking. Like she's like, "Oh, I just feel like you're just another woman I can
Stellar.
beat," and then she just fucking leaves.
Stellar.
Yeah, I try. I can't tell if you're being like facetious.
I'm being
or-
a little facetious.
Okay, fuck you.
I'm tired. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and so like that could be like a route they can go. But I think after that they're gonna start building to Survivor Series. Ronda versus Becky. Have Becky kind of invade Raw and start tagging people, and then you have Charlotte and Bailey like, "What are you doing, Becky? You're supposed to be good." And she's like, "I don't care." And then she fucking leaves and wrecks Ronda, but it's always in underhanded tactics, and that can build for like a month. Then from there you can do something else.
And then Nikki Bella taking on Ronda Rousey. We both are,
Yeah, I think Ronda's going to win, and I think it's going to be the only reason why the match is going to go longer than 5 minutes is because Brie's going to be there to basically be.
And then she's
the
going to
hoodwinked.
She's going to put both the Bellas in an arm bar.
Yeah, or she's going to put Brie in an arm bar, and then she's going to do the twin magic thing because you got to bring up history at the event like this. So have them do twin magic. She breaks Brie's arm, like kayfabe legit breaks her arm, and then. The ref's like, that's not her. She doesn't go. Nikki comes in, goes in, breaks her arm. They both have broken arms. Write them off TV.
I agree. And then the women's division can go back to being great again.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, man. And it's not trying to be shady against the Bellas or anything like that, but it just feels like, especially on Raw,
there's a stink.
There's just been it's just this vacuum of creative where it's like,
yeah.
You're not the Bellas and you're not Ronda Rousey. We don't care about you.
Right. Cool.
Yeah. All right.
What do you wanna get into our last segment?
Let's
or do you
do it. Let's get into our
we'll
last
end it a
segment.
little early today because I got to work anyway.
No, let's at least do our last segment. Let me see if there's any updates on the Roman Reigns.
Yeah, you
stuff.
want to read any more tweets if there are?
Yeah,
That
let
was
me check.
cool. I like that.
Yeah. Waiting for it to load. I mean, wow, God.
Leukemia, man.
I mean,
that ain't no joke.
no, I feel.
Believe that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Big
so
dog.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
That was awful.
I get when I'm in awkward situations, I make jokes.
Yeah, that was
and it's-
bad.
I'm sorry. Roman.
I don't think there's anything. Nothing new.
Okay, I gotta. I've been working on my my transitions.
Yeah, maybe work on it a little
Yeah.
bit longer.
Hey, what do rich people like to ride when they're lazy?
What?
A Segway. Hey, Connor. In your opinion,
Yes.
this week, who's the best?
Okay, I have my answer for you.
All right.
Nikki fucking Cross.
Bella.
Yes, Nikki Bella.
I'm just kidding.
Nikki Cross on NXT, dude. Oh my God. The most important character in NXT right now is this 5'0" Scottish psychopath.
I know.
And her match with Bianca Belair was so fucking good. And she's such a great babyface character because she just gets beat up and she keeps getting back up for more. I got to see a little bit more of her ring. A lot of her moves are just kind of like wild flailing.
Yeah.
But I got to see a little bit more of what she knows and what she can do.
Have you gone back and watched any of her stuff pre NXT?
No.
She was a lot more reserved. Like she didn't have that crazy side to her, but it was more of like a.
She was more of a wrestler.
She was more of like a. I got knocked loose and now I'm gonna go a little crazy. Not like I'm fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Nikki Storm.
But her performances over the last couple of months for this whole storyline of Who Attacked Aleister Black has been stellar. I've never been into a murder mystery quite like this, where I'm just like, oh, who did it? Who did it? Nikki knows. Oh my God, Nikki, what do you know? Who knew? Who was it? And then she whispered in his ear, Gargano.
You say that.
It's so obviously Gargano.
I like the idea. I think it might have been on Steven Larson or somewhere else where they were just like, what if it was both of them at the same time? Like Gargano attacked Aleister Black, left, and then Tommaso came up and attacked Aleister Black again.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
And so it was both of them leading to that triple threat that they were planning from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun.
Right.
It'd be weird, but it'd be funny.
Who's your best?
Who's the best this week? I would have to say it is Sami Callihan.
Ooh, do tell.
And I'd like to say with the Chris brothers as well. But
So OVE.
this guy, man, he is literally carrying a company on his back. Like you can say Moose or Aries or Johnny Mundo or whoever is carrying it, but no, it's Sammy. Like he makes the moniker of the draw. That's legit, man. This guy, he came in the AAW, nothing. Well, they weren't nothing. They had some big stars, but they weren't really known, and made it a fucking household name in the independents.
He's taken that. He's probably gonna win the Impact.
I think he's going for the X Division because he's feuding with Brian Cage.
He should.
So like, give him the X because I think they're trying to make the X Division less of the cruiserweight title and more of the
mid card.
Mid card.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be going for that, and eventually he'll get to the point where he can go for the world
No,
title.
he's ready for it now. Fuck
I
that.
know he's ready for it, but I think this is more of like a slow build to a bigger pop.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
I
it's
know
you
what
don't
you
need to eat your eggs right away.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I'll be honest. Sammy Callahan was like at the bottom of my list of like people that NXT would miss.
Yeah.
Like he literally when he was Solomon Crow and they released him, was like, well, yeah.
And I'll be first to admit, I didn't really know too much about Sami Callihan before he was in NXT. Like, I knew he was an independent wrestler. I knew this is like when he was in NXT and he first like kind of showed up and first started making like a little buzz. I was just starting to watch PWG,
Right?
Because this was like 2014 or something like that. And so like seeing him for the first time, I was like, oh, this guy. And then going back and watching old Bola that he was in and stuff like that. Fucking crazy dude. And then going back and watch recently, going back to the John Moxley days of CZW, like 2009, I think.
Yeah.
And he teamed with John Moxley. They were the Switchblade Conspiracy. It was him, Joe Gacy, and John Moxley.
Nice.
And it was really cool. And like now seeing him now, he's literally every week it seems like he has a new shtick, a part of his gimmick, and I like it.
Yeah, so many monikers.
Yeah, he has new monikers, but he also has like a new attire every time I see him. It seems like he's like, oh, I'm wearing orange pants this week. Now I'm wearing gray pants. I'm bald. Now I'm not. Now I'm kind of bald. But I like this. Like they're going from OVE being like brothers to slowly transitioning that they're all cult members with Sami Callihan, and it's like a seamless transition. Like they don't even know that they're doing this, which can lead to something great down the line, or it could lead to nothing. I don't know. But Sami Callihan consistently, and that's the key word here, consistently puts on some of the best matches day in and day out. You watch a match with Sami Callihan in MLW, Impact, CZW, he hasn't been there in a while, but like CZW, whatever, it's always one of the best matches of the night. This guy gets it. He knows his strengths, he knows his weaknesses, and he plays to them very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
He knows I'm not the best high flyer, so I'm not going to cut out high flying, really. I'll do those sweet spots where everybody throws each other on shoulders. Like, did you know how that match ended?
Yeah.
They do that sweet move where, like, Sammy puts him on his shoulders, and then Chris puts the other Chris on his shoulders, and they just chuck the one, catches him with a cutter while he's on the shoulders of Sammy. It's fucking dope.
Nice.
So yeah, that's who the best is this week. And his match at Bound for Glory, the Chris brothers versus the Lucha brothers and Brian Cage, fantastic. Probably match of the show. It was a PWG match where they're like, fuck, because they do OVE rules, which basically means no rules, but they don't use weapons. That means like no tagging.
Right.
They could just all be in the ring at the same time. Because that's where like that 6-man matches thrive, are with tornado rules, because it's just anarchy. Just throw shit at the wall. It doesn't matter because like we all see the formula, but it's awesome. You know, oh, only 2 guys in the ring at the same time. Oh, that guy comes in. Let's do tandem move. Like I see the formula. Doesn't make it any less entertaining. So yeah, Sami Callihan's the best.
Yeah, no, he's definitely stepping into his own. I'm excited to see what the future has for him.
Oh, and I'm pretty stoked. I don't know if it's gonna be on the pay-per-view or whatever, but Marty Scurll versus fucking Sami Callihan on the Jericho Cruise at some point. I'm like, dope. That's dope.
Damn, dude. Did you hear Don Callis turned on Kenny Omega?
Yeah, I heard about that. Whatever.
It's just promote the Cruise.
Yeah. They always do that. He'll probably turn back. He'll turn on Jericho at the Cruise.
It's going to end with the Young Bucks super kicking Jericho.
You think?
Like
that's how they're
going to be wearing. So yeah, they're going to have the Alpha Club T-shirts. They probably won't even like take them off.
Yeah.
Like they'll just have them like as like tank tops basically. And then towards the end of the match or something, Chris Jericho will be like, we're Alpha Club, all this stuff. And then there'll be that moment where Nick and Matt are in the ring and the audience knows what's about to happen. Jericho realizes, he turns around, super kicks, Meltzer driver, 1, 2, 3.
Or because it's a cruise, they can just do that thing where whoever wins and they all shake hands and they're like, you're officially elite, Jericho. And he's like, yeah, baby, or whatever the fuck he says. So that'd be cool.
He'll shout.
Either way, that's a nothing show. Like,
right.
I know that sounds fucked up, but it's more of a show to like entertain.
It is
people
the super showdown of cruise shows.
Yeah, it's like WrestleCon. Nothing really matters, but it's awesome.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Sit Down and Pile Drive. Once again, thoughts, prayers,
Roman,
hearts.
You the big dog.
You the big dog. This was
you
your
go
yard,
kick
Roman.
Leukemia's ass like legit.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in to Sit Down and Pile Drive. You can check us out on, we have a sister show on YouTube, Screen Source. It's a film and television podcast. You need to check it out this Thursday at 7 p.m. on youtube.com/colorcircuit because I will be hosting it. Dylan has decided to let me ruin his pride and joy screen source with my hosting abilities. Yes, that's right. We will be talking about nothing but porn. Porn exclusively.
Best plot on the internet.
We're going to call it Porn Source.
Porn source.
No. We're going to have some guests.
It's actually not a bad idea to do like analytical like dissections of the plot
I think we just
of
made
porn.
a new show.
Like don't like talk about the sex or anything like that. Like go like plot. Just all plot.
It just seemed like if you're a plumber, your first instinct would be to get the job done.
Or
he
like,
got the job done.
Like, what was the famous meme where it's like the lemons, you bitch, or whatever? You stole my lemons, you bitch, or whatever.
Yeah. But so check that out. We have a bunch of shows on on Twitch.tv. Check out Deep Truths every other Saturday. Not this week, but next week, right? And I don't know. They liked it. Yesterday, why I have two shows back to back, I have no idea.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why you fucked me like this.
I'm not a very smart guy. I'm a sadist. What can I say? We have a new show on Twitch. It's with my cruelty-free comedy partner Charlie Wood and I. We host the show. It's called Party Circuit. We play party video games. Last night we played a bunch of Jackbox games. We had a good time.
Yeah.
It was a pilot episode. Hopefully it gets picked up and joins the schedule.
Yeah.
And then it will be live every Sunday on twitch.tv. Check out Loon Tempest. Check out Improv Bagel and Improv Donut this Wednesday on twitch.tv/Color Circuit. We have a Facebook, Color Circuit. We have a Twitter. We have an Instagram. We have a Patreon which has a bevy, a collection, a myriad,
A diatribe.
a rigmarole of reward tiers for your financial compensation. You will get rewarded and you will help us out, kick in a little bit of money for the show. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I am at Connor is a jerk. I mostly just post selfies and songs because I'm emo like that.
Damn right.
And then you can follow me on Twitter at Connor is a jerk 1, and that's mostly wrestling and political opinions.
Fucking huge transition between.
Man, I had to plug so much stuff right now.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Griff Grizzly, or you can follow me on Instagram at Grizzly Griff. That's all I got. I'm not that cool like you.
Once again, thanks to our producer Janae. Make sure you check out our show Deep Truths. What are you guys going to be reading? Have you decided? Have you figured it out? Give us the scoop. What?
We're reading a young adult book.
A young adult book?
Which one?
Called something.
It's called Something. Check out the show where they talk about something.
But are you Team Some or Team Thing?
Yeah.
It's all about Thing. I love things.
All right, Janae, play us out.
Take us out.
Awesome.
That was pretty solid.
Good job.